I had a lot happen to me before that Canelo fight. I was lost in my head. It's like being in a maze and I don't know where to go.
Body shot, and he goes down, and now Campbell is down on a knee. It is over!
I'm just happy to be here. I really am.
I think when I walked in here, I was kind of blown away by the location. Why is this the right place for you? Why is San Diego beachside the right place for you?
My philosophy is like being calm in the chaos. So this just adds to it. You know, hearing the waves, I'm calm after a hard workout.
Nice.
I get back to center, and then I'm ready to explode and hunt you down. And then I go back to being calm, you know. So it's like kind of like that.
They told me that your place is somewhere up here, right?
Yeah.
Secret location,
Secret,
probably.
yeah, yeah.
But fine, but beachfront.
Yeah.
As in you can open up your doors, you can walk straight out.
Yeah.
How much do you think it has helped you? How much of a lift has it given you now having a fight date, having kind of like a purpose and mission that you're working towards again?
I think that's the most important thing in my life. That's the thing that keeps me as productive and efficient as I could possibly be and calm. Because when I'm not fighting, you know, I don't know where to put all this energy. I have so much energy. I have so much thoughts and so much, you know, passion for everything I do. If I don't have a fight, you know, I'm like, what do I do? You know, I mean, I have a little bit of ADHD problems. So this boxing.
Do you struggle to relax?
Oh, yeah.
You
yeah.
do?
Like, I'm better relaxed when I'm kind of have a constant movement. So if like when I'm fighting, I'm super relaxed. But if I'm standing still, it's like I'm always like, you know, making beats, just doing something. So boxing really is where my peace comes.
Do you feel like this boxing journey has been harder than you thought it would be? Has it?
Yeah, I mean, it's been crazy. If you think about it, like in my short span, there's been a lot of drama. No cap, a lot of drama. But, you know, I just know that it's a bigger picture of things. You know, for me, it's always a battle just to get to the fight. So even with Luke Campbell, it's like, man, then he gets COVID, and then I have to wait another couple months. And then Fonseca took over a year because of COVID. And then, you know, all this stuff happening in my life. It's like, you know, it's such a struggle for me to get in that ring. But it's because, you know, because it's going to be special. It's a special thing that's going to happen, you know. But I know that as long as I get to the ring, I'm going to be great.
This kid is a superstar. He's out. My word.
Fans are impatient though, always, right? And you kind of.
But I'm 23. That's the best thing.
Oh, people don't care that you're only 23. They still, I think what they're impatient is they think, you know, he's 23, should be fighting more often. We should see him more regularly in the ring. Yeah. This inactivity isn't good for him, blah, blah, blah. Does any of that chatter kind of affect you?
There's nothing I could say that could change their mind. It's really, all I could do is fight. So I'm kind of like handicapped. It's like, oh man, I have a lot to say and I know who I am and, you know, blah, blah, I don't want to say so much. But like, recently, I just said to myself, like, just be me. Special things are going to happen. That's all I think to myself now. Just be you. You don't got to force anything.
So did you not struggle with kind of watching the division move on in some ways without you? You did?
I did, for sure. Because I should be right there, you know. But I couldn't, you know, mentally couldn't do it. I tried my best. And anybody who knows me knows that, like, I pride myself on having a strong mentality that, you know, I look for hard moments to get through. I look to, you know, as I'm running to make it even harder. How do I make this run harder? I'm doing 5 miles, but how do I make it harder? How do I make it burn? You know, because I was like, I just look for those moments. So when that was happening to me and I couldn't find a way out of my mind, it frustrated me. It's like, why can't I get through this? Like,
do you remember when that started specifically? Is there a point that you can kind of pinpoint?
It happened pretty much like, I would say 3 weeks after the Campbell fight. You know, everything came crashing down on me. I had a lot happen to me before that Campbell fight. I never addressed any problems I had outside the ring. And it really destroyed my mental. I was lost in my head. I can't, you know, words can't really describe how it felt, but it's like being in a maze and I don't know where to go. I'm just happy to be here. I really am. And I'm thankful. I really am.
I had a little bit even when I went to Canelo's fight. Remember what year the Yodrum? I remember
Miami.
I had a panic attack while I was trying to be on air. I was already having a little bit of things that were going on in my head, but I pushed through it. I fired through it.
It sounds like it wasn't boxing related necessarily. What you were dealing with. It wasn't coming from a struggle within boxing. It was from outside of boxing. Is that right?
Yes.
So you don't think it was related? I guess I was reminded of do you remember when Tyson Fury talked openly about mental health issues, and he said that for him it was kind of dealing with that high of having gone to Germany, become heavyweight champion of the world. He beats Vladimir Klitschko.
Now what, right?
And now what? Right, you were in that huge high. You've gotten to the point that this was my purpose. This is where I wanted to be, and now there's just a void. I don't know where to go from here. So it wasn't for you dealing with that high of the Luke Campbell fight, and then now there's this drop off, and I don't know what to do with it.
Right.
But do you think that will create the change that we need to see, that when somebody does come out and be honest about these moments, that they don't get some of the hate that you've been dealing with on social?
Looking back at it, obviously I didn't do it for anybody but myself, but now that I see, it's like I endured all that, and I know that it's going to help somebody, one day. I mean, I get people telling me, Ryan, just the fact that you came out, you saved my life. And right there is worth all the pain I went through, all the hate that I had to hear, still hear. If a kid really got out of a dark place because I came out and told my story, man, that's worth more than anything I could ever do in the ring, to be honest. I went to get real professional help. Talk therapy helped me a lot. Going to see a therapist, psychologist, them giving me relief. Like, maybe I do have a real mental health issue, because for a long time I was like, I have to have some type of problem here. Like, I'm losing my mind. Like, I thought I was going crazy. I was like, something's going on. And I think that relates with a lot of people that struggle with anxiety and mental health issues. Your first thoughts is like, I'm going crazy. Like, I'm losing it. Something's going on. You're having like panic attacks. I'm going to the doctor checking my heart every day. Like, nothing's wrong with you. You're as healthy as you could be. I'm like, nope. I swear I can't concentrate on anything. There has to be a problem in my brain. Maybe I got hit. I was thinking everything. Maybe all the weight cuts. Maybe I'm too dehydrated. Maybe I just didn't maybe I trained too hard. I was thinking, like, you don't even know. I was thinking of everything possibly, logically speaking. I'm like, okay, logically, I'm a boxer. I get hit. There must have been a problem here. Like, but then again, I thought to myself, wait, I've always had anxiety problems. So it's like, maybe that doesn't have anything. So I was like I'm thinking right now, like, you could hear my voice is how I was thinking, but it wasn't stopping, and I couldn't find no relief. But truly talking to people and them helping me understand the whole, the truth, the facts about anxiety and what it could do and how it could actually affect your body physically really gave me a relief, because I know that I wasn't imagining these symptoms. Like, I know that this wasn't all in my head. Like, these things really affect your full body. Anxiety is like a vampire. It's only strong at night when nobody knows, right? But the way you talk and you tell them, it's like, this is bothering me, and you let it out, that's the release. Because then it loses its grip on you.
You take away the power.
You take away the power. You're no longer scared. The fear, the only thing anxiety has to put fear in you. But the last thing to die was my competitive spirit. That's why when I watched these fights, I said, I was hurting inside, but I said, I'm going to whoop your ass still.
So when you see Teofimo Lopez lose his belt, so then, Vasily Lomachenko comes back, eventually redeems
But that was like
himself,
after I already got through what I got to. But yeah.
But is there ever any envy there? Because you kind of feel like those moments I want to be in?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Those are special moments. I love boxing. Just even as a fan, I love fighting.
Oh, and a left hand sends Fonseca down, flat on his back. It's over. There, he's done it again. Ryan Garcia. There is a new tank in the 135-pound division.
How many amateur fights you had?
225.
That's a lot of amateur fights.
Yeah.
For parents, that means a whole bunch of travel. It's expensive.
Yeah.
How much credit do you give them for where you are in life now?
I don't say it enough, but I should say it more. My mom and dad are probably the reason why I am where I am today. They taken me everywhere. They sacrificed a lot. We had to go through a lot growing up. Obviously, it wasn't the easiest growing up, but no complaints here.
Why'd you say that?
We weren't the most rich family in the neighborhood. We lived in a pretty tough neighborhood. That's where everybody goes to get cheap housing. Adelanto, you don't even know what that is, but it's just like we had at one point we were in like a one bedroom house with like 5 kids, and my mom's the only one working. So we had to do EBT. We did all that. We had to do welfare, all that. But my parents, one thing they did do, they saved up money for my boxing tournaments, and they did everything I could to give me a chance at this. So I owe it all to them.
Is this a spot you've got to enjoy with your kids? You have 2 kids, right?
Yeah, I have a baby girl, Riley, and baby girl, Bella. I take them walking around here, see their little footsteps. They love the water, so they want to touch the water the whole time. So
one of the big changes that you obviously made during this period of time was switching trainers, right? You decided to leave Eddie Reynoso. You were 5-0 under him, 5 straight knockouts. He was the 2021 Trainer of the Year. He's got this great reputation. You're training alongside pound-for-pound king Canelo. How difficult was that decision, and how sure did you feel, no, I'm making the right decision to step away?
I think I made the right decision because I know, when it comes, everybody always has a lot of take on trainers, and, how important they are. Really, what it is a great fighter makes a great trainer. And I knew that if I felt Eddie wasn't giving me 100%, and if I felt, okay, the first 2 weeks he's not here and I need to make a change, I did it because I demand 100% too.
I mean, that was one of the things that you were public about. Part of the reason why you left Eddie Reynoso, and you said it was because you just felt like he wasn't available to you in the way that you wanted your coach to be available to you.
Yeah.
Canelo kind of contested that, right? And he came out and criticized your work ethic, your discipline. Yeah. How did you feel about that in that moment?
Well, it started even before that. He started saying stuff like that.
Publicly?
Yeah, publicly. He said that, what did he say? That I'm wasting my talent
right,
and whatnot. And, he was referring to when I was on break for my mental health issues, which to me was kind of,
So did you feel like he
kind of betrayed? Like, dude, I put in the work hard. You tell me all the time. Like, all of a sudden, you go on the media and you answer a question, you just say that. Like, to me, that was like, are you serious? Like, come on, man. Like, and after all the people are already talking shit about me after I'm going through this, and you just add on to the fire, knowing that you're such a big star, what you say is gonna matter. And then he tells me he didn't mean anything about it. But then why go to the media? Why don't you just come to me and tell me personally, Brian, hey, man, I want you to get back in the ring. You have so much talent. You should get back in there. Like, why not pull me to, in private and tell me that? That's what I don't understand. There's been many camps where Eddie wasn't there. I'm not going to lie. What do I get out of lying? I fought Fonseca and I only trained with Eddie for maybe 2 weeks, but that's fine. I knocked the guy out and I was happy. I was still doing my thing. I was learning a lot by just watching Canelo, and I was grateful for that. And was grateful to be in that environment. Yeah.
Where do you think that the relationship can be restored to now, or is that kind of a closed chapter for you?
No, it's never a closed chapter. I have no hard feelings for Canelo. I think it all, I'm a guy that I forgive pretty much really easy. Mm-hmm. Like, if you say sorry, I'll be the first one. Also, I'll even say sorry or whatnot. You know what I mean? And I'll squash it right there, like it never happened. I'm just that type of person. Obviously, I won't forget, but I won't have any type of hard heart for somebody. I just can't do it. After a while, it's kind of like, just come over here, man. Just give me a hug. I don't care. I really don't. And then I just keep moving forward.
So when you announced that decision to leave Eddie, you also announced the decision to move to Joe Goossen, a Hall of Fame trainer. What made you know instinctively he's the guy that I want to work with?
I had a good connection with him, and we had a good synergy back when I was a kid. Let's see where that is. And I love his mentality. He's old school. That's the type of person I need in my life. Somebody that could give me the history of boxing, and then also he's like a general. He's going to be there 100% on your ass, and I need that.
So he's somebody that you trained with previously. I think you were like 17 when you went to his gym initially. How would you kind of define your relationship with him?
That's more like a mentor coach.
Okay.
I have my own father, but like a father figure, like somebody that I feel like I could go up to and talk to him about anything. Like Mike Tyson had Customato, it feels like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like family. I can't think of a lot of people that are willing to drop their whole life to go train somebody, you know. So that just shows how much he believes in me.
And one thing that always stands out to me about Joe is fight night. You'll never see him wearing the team gear, right? He's always in a denim shirt or a denim jacket or whatever he does. Is he going to be wearing Ryan Garcia fight gear?
I might have to make him a custom denim jacket. There's nothing I could do. He loves denim. I'm like he actually gave me a few denim. That's how much denim jackets he had. And I'm like, all right, I'll take it. It's kind of it looks good. I mean, but every day,